So today I'm doing a review of this brand new keyboard that I just got a few days ago, and it's called a Roland FP30X. And I just want to go through the basic features that it has, which it really has a lot. And then I'm going to show you, and then after this I'm going to be showing you all the tones that it has. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off right now so you can see it starting up. Oh, and by the way, it's fully weighted, which is fully weighted is like a real piano, and it has hammer action keys, which means that inside the piano there's in a piano inside there's always hammer. When you press a key, there's a hammer that hits a string, and that's what makes the sound of the piano. But this actually has real hammers inside the piano, not hitting strings, but they're hitting like some kind of soundboard in there. So that's really cool. So, and then you got the music stand here, just to hold it up. So anyway. So when you start up, the power button is on the left, and you just press it, and then you wait about 5 seconds. Once this function button stops lighting up blue, then right now it's on, because it has to recalibrate, or it does some little thing to just to make sure it safely goes on or something and works. And so you just wait a couple seconds. So your volume control's right here, and what you can do is there's two buttons. You got the right button increases the volume, and the left button decreases the volume. So what you can do is you can hold the right volume button, and you can see the lights start going on, and there's 5 lights, so this is maximum volume right now. And then you decrease the volume by pressing the left one. But now if you want an exact perfect volume, since this is going by really fast, instead of pressing and holding it like I just was, you can just keep pressing it, and you can see it's not changing it much. It's changing it just a tiny bit each time. So that way you can tweak the volume, and you can get the exact right amount you want. So what I like is exactly on the 4th light, because I don't want it on the top, because it's going to start having feedback and stuff, and it's not good to have it on maximum. Plus I don't need it that loud anyway. So that's how you can see how it sounds. So yes, I like it on number 4. So that's the power and the volume. Then over here you have function, and this button controls all kinds of things. A lot of things on this piano and a lot of other keyboards is where you press a button and you press a specific key and it activates a certain thing on the keyboard. So that's how this one is too, because if you had to put all the buttons on the keyboard, it would take up, like, there wouldn't even be enough room for it, and you don't want your whole front of your nice keyboard clogged up with a bunch of buttons. So it makes it a little bit more confusing, but all I had to do is read this manual that came with it, and I understood everything the first day. So this is a pretty thick manual, as you can see, but a lot of it's in other languages, so it's probably only 12 pages long or something. So, and it's easy enough to read, so I'm glad it came with that. Okay, so then function controls all kinds of stuff. Then after here you got your tone buttons, and the one thing that's just another fabulous thing about this keyboard is it has like 67 tones or something, which a tone is where it sounds like a specific instrument. So this is a keyboard, so obviously your main tone is going to be piano, but you can also do anything from like an orchestra to a guitar and organ and all kinds of things like that. It has like just tons of different tones, and I'll be showing you that after all this. So, you have 3 tone buttons, and when I first got this, I couldn't understand with all the tones that I knew it would have. I was like, how can you access it from just 3 buttons? You have one for piano, one for E piano, which is electric piano, and then one for other. Well, all you do is hold, like if you there's I think like 15 piano sounds. So all you do to get any of those sounds is all the sounds start here and keep going up. So you press piano, and if you want to get a specific sound, you just press piano and hold it. And then you press whatever key, each key activates a different sound. So that's isn't the same thing with electric piano. You just press electric piano, hold it, and it does a specific key, and each one activates a different sound. Other is the same thing, so they're all the same 3. So they're all by just those 3 buttons. So after that, you've got split. Well, actually, I'll show you with the tones. So I'm going to, your one that you're always on is concert piano, which sounds... So that's a really nice sound. So say I want to do vibraphone, which is over here. All you do, and yeah, that's an electric piano. So vibraphone is D1. So D1 means it's the first. It means it's the first key of the keyboard. This is the first D on the keyboard, and that's what this is. So all you do is press E piano, hold it down, press D1, and now it's on vibraphone. Now I get it back. If I want to start with the first electric piano sound, all I do is press and hold it and press down that A. the first key on the keyboard. Now I'm going to go back to piano, so all I literally do is just click piano because it's still on it's still on concert piano from before. So that's how simple that is. Okay, so after that you got split, and I think what split does is it lets you do two different tones in different parts of the keyboard. So instead of having just piano, you could play like organ up here, and then have a certain key that cuts it off, and then it's all organ under that. So you but it doesn't have to be those two. It could be any kind of sound, bass, and then whatever, clavinova up here, whatever you want. So it would let you do different ones. I haven't actually done that yet, but I did that on my other Elisa's keyboard, and that was really cool, so I'll figure that out eventually. Okay, so then you've got the metronome over here, which I already have my own metronome right there, so I don't need that, but I can figure that out eventually too. I think what it does is there's a certain amount of, there's certain keys you press, and that lets you it lets you speed up or slow the metronome. It actually says fast and slow here, so you can actually activate it through that. The metronome sounds like this. So it sounds like that. Okay, then over here you got two more buttons, and this is for play. So if you have a recorded, another really good thing with this keyboard is you can record songs right on the keyboard and play them back. So what you can do with that is you can, it also has demo songs that are built in with the keyboard. Not ones that I played, but just that are internally in here. So you can press, for that you just press down play, and you'll hit this key. And that's going to hit a certain... Now I can just turn off by pressing again. Now I'll press it and I'll hit this key. And of course, if I want, I can play along with this too. But it won't sound right because I'm not in the right tone that it's playing in. Okay. That's pretty cool. So anyway, so those are the demo songs. Now if I want to record something, it's the very last button here. So I just press this. I press record, and now it's recording. So I can just play something. Then I just press record again, and now it's in there. Once all these LED lights come up, that means it's saved. So then I just press play. So there it is. And then once it turns off, then that's the song's over. So that's all the buttons there, but it does have way more things that it does. There's little things written in here. This is input volume, which I'm not sure about. There's a bunch of numbers here, which I'm not sure about. It says transpose. I don't know about that either. Twin piano is cool because what you can do is you can make it like if there's a student and a teacher playing piano together, and the teacher has to show the student something, you can play up here, but like how it sounds like this, you can get that to sound the same as that. So what you can do is you can make this sound this like you could make this actually sound the same as this. Whatever it is, you can have the piano act like two pianos. So it's low here and it gets higher and higher, and then all of a sudden right here it could be low and then get louder and louder. So that way it sounds like you're in two different pianos and you're playing at like the same pitch or the same just the same area of the keyboard it will sound like. So that way you can play together and it's not higher or lower. So that's a really cool idea. So then, after that you have Ambiance over here. Then you have Brilliance. You have Key Touch, Master Tuning, USB Song, and Speaker and Send. And I'm going to show you that right now, but I have to mount it in the tripod. So I'll show you right now. Okay, so now I've got it mounted on the tripod, and I'm going to show you what some of the stuff does here. So like I said before, the function button on here activates a lot of the stuff on the keyboard. So first I'm going to show you, starting from here, is Ambiance, which is a really important setting here. This lets you control how much echo there is after you hit a key. So if I'm going to hit these keys, there's like almost no echo. It's just you hit the key and it's dead. There's like nothing afterwards. Now if I increase the Ambiance to 4, there's that much of a difference. So you can go up to 10 on here. Like you can hit the key and until you hit it after 10 times. It's a little more each time, if you know what I mean. So there's 10 ranges to that. So I like it on 4, which is actually right now, but you can go to 10, and this is as high as you can go. That's how much of a difference it is. Watch this compared to this. Completely different. So that's a super important setting, and you almost never would want it dead, but I mean, I guess on certain songs you don't want much of an echo, I don't know, but it's really an important thing that you want to change. So I'm super glad about this keyboard having that. Now another thing is brilliance over here. This makes almost no difference. That's normal compared to that. I think it sounds maybe a little bit like it says brilliance, so it's a tiny bit brighter maybe or something. I'm not really sure, but it's yeah, it only has one setting, which I don't know why it's like that, but it makes almost no difference. Key touch is a cool thing. It controls how easier like you can control either how easier it is to play loud or how easy it is to play soft. So right now it's right in the middle where I can play soft if I want, or as loud as I want. And you can change the volume if you want louder, or change it, put it down to play softer if you want. But this lets you control. You can play softer with less effort, or louder with less effort. So if I go up, now watch. I don't know if you can even hear that, but I have to do almost no effort. Like even if I just go, I'm not even trying to go that quiet, and it's like super quiet where you can barely hear it. But now if I do it back to normal and go like that, it's much louder. If I try to go quiet, that's about as quiet as I can go. I could really try to go quiet, but I won't be able to have as much control. So it makes it much easier to play quieter. Now it's the opposite if I go down. I'm going to go as quiet as I can here. You can easily hear that. Now I can go really loud. Super loud, because with way less effort than it would be normally. So the reason why, and there's 2 notches up for each one. So if I go up one, it's going to make it easier to play softer, and if I go up 2, it's going to make it really easier to play softer. If I go down, it's going to make it easier to play louder. If I go down 2, it's going to make it really easier to play louder. But then the thing is, if you do the minus and go down 3 times, it lets you play exactly in the middle, and you have no control if you want to go louder or softer at all. So watch. That's quiet, and now this is loud. It's literally no different at all. So I don't know what you could use that for, but it's just a setting, so it's just a option you have in case you want to have fun and fool around, do that or whatever. But it's just that's a cool thing it has. Master tuning is up here, and that's to, like, if you're playing in a band and the other instruments are louder, you can make your instrument fit in and you can hear it better or something. I'm not sure, but it's something like that. So that would be useful if you're in a band. USB song, I'll be showing you that in a little bit when I plug in the MP3 player in here. And now the last one over here is for if you had, like right now I have my keyboard on a stand, as you can see. But if you want to play on, like, say a table or a desk or something, you could change it to where if you play that you're on a desk, the speakers will come out a little more over the top or something. Because if you're on a flat surface and then the speakers are on the bottom mainly, imagine all that sound getting lost underneath. So you can change it to where it's not getting lost and it comes at a different spot. But since I'm at a stand, I have it right now set in for a stand. I guess you can do it off. Oh, I forgot about that. When you do off, it actually changes it to where there's no sound at all. It really mutes it. And as you notice, it's really a nice quiet key bed. It's really nice. You can barely hear it at all. So yeah, so you can do off where there's no sound at all. And then you can change it for either a stand or if you're on a desk. And I'm on a stand, so that's how I have it now. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to show you how it works with an MP3 player, and then after that I'm going to show you how you can use all the tones on here, like different instruments and stuff. Okay, so now I've got an MP3 player here, and I actually should show you the back of the keyboard, and I forgot to do this. The back of the keyboard, this is for the sustain pedal that I have. And then right here is the thing, because on a piano you have 3 pedals instead of just 1, so you can connect those there. Then right here is where the USB drive goes. This is for a computer. You can hook this up to a computer and you can probably do all kinds of different settings and different things like that. Then here is your power cord where you plugs into the wall and into the piano. Here you can hook up speakers. Oh, and then so that's it for the back. And then right here, there's a thing where you can do headphones. So when you have or earbuds, or whatever you want to call them, if your normal earbuds or headphones cord will be little like this, but then you could sometimes they're also big too. And what this is, even since it is two, what's really cool is you can plug in two at the same time and play with that. So that's like that's a fabulous idea. So if you don't want to make a lot of sound, but then there's two people that want to play at once, you can still do that and have that work. So that's really awesome. Okay, so then I'm going to slide this little plug-in out here, and I'm going to show you how this works. So here's the thing for the USB, and sadly there just happens to be a screw right here, and this is like a different kind of thing. This is meant more for a thumb drive, but this still works fine. So you can plug this in here, and the screw, as you can see, kind of stops it, but it still goes in just enough, so thankfully I'm able to still get it in. So I'm going to start this up since it's been off right now. I'm going to put the volume up. Okay, now I'm going to put this back on the tripod. Okay, so now I've got the camera screwed into the tripod, and it's okay. So I showed you I showed you earlier how you can record and play it back, and then I also showed you how you can play demo songs in here. But what I didn't show you yet is how you can record, and you can actually what you can do is store your recordings onto the MP3 drive. So the sad thing is I think there's something called internal memory where you can put stuff actually in your recordings actually into the keyboard, because what keeps happening is when I do a recording and I turn the keyboard off, the recordings always get erased, and I don't know why that's going on. So there might be a way to store it better, I'm not sure. And but then what's nice is before I turn off, if I have a recording, I can put it right onto the MP3 drive. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So right now I guess I have some recordings on here of me playing piano. So actually I have currently 4 recordings. One is a backup song. It's a, or what is it called? Oh, backing track for a song by Christopher Norton called Fantasy Bassa, which is this one. And there's more to it than that. That's the beginning. But anyway, so that's the backing track is like where there's different instruments like guitar and bass and keyboards and other things, and you can play along with that, and it sounds like you're in a band. It's really cool. So I'll show you how that works. So to get this to work, right over here it says USB song play, and all I have to do is press play and press that key that says it right there, and this is the backing track playing. And this isn't playing off the keyboard. This is playing off the MP3 thing, the MP3 drive right there. So you can play along with this song here. And as you can see right away, there's quite a few other instruments with that. So then what I can do is since I have 4 recordings, you're probably wondering, well, how do you get to the next ones? Well, all you have to do is I can go back to, this is the backing track again, and since this is the first one and this is on the left of the list, I want to go to the right, so all I have to do is press play and go to the next key over, then the play button. And now this is me playing Fantasy Bassa, and this is all we recorded on there. Then I'm going to go to the next one. And then this is the recording I had. Now I'm going to go to the right. Here's another recording. Now I want to go 2 back to Fantasy Bassa again that I played. And I press it twice. And it goes back to that. So the button to play the songs off here is this key. Then the next key over goes to the right of the list, and the key over to the left of the play button, this one, goes left through the list of the songs that you have. So now to add a recording to it, I'm just going to record something. So I'm going to start it up. Now I'm going to record. I'll turn this up. Now I'm going to stop recording, and then all I do now that's saved, is I press function and hold it down, and then I press play. And right now it's saving the recording to it. Now all the LEDs lit up, and that means it's saved. So all I have to do to check to see if it's saved is just press play, USB song, 1, 2, 3, 4, go to the end. And that's it. That's what I just did. So right now it's playing it as a file off of the MP3 drive. So that's really cool. So that's how simple it is. It might seem complicated from the video, but if you use it in real life, once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to figure all this stuff out. So anyway, so that's how that works. So it's really, for me, it's nice and easy to figure it out. And I was able to use this manual to have that work. Okay, so now what I want to show you is all the sounds that it does. And there's, I think, 67 sounds, I can't remember right now, or tones I should call them. A tone is where it's like you're playing with another instrument. So first I'm going to go to the piano settings, and so the current one that I'm playing in this whole time, which is your basic one, is called concert piano. So that's the first one, and you start by clicking, you press piano, and you press the last A of the key, or the last key of the keyboard, which is A, and that's your basic piano one that you do. Now I'm going to go up, and this is ballad piano. Not much of a difference. Now I'm going to do mellow piano is next. So I don't think that, with these ones you can't hear much of a difference because they're all piano settings so far. So that was mellow piano. Now I'm going to do bright piano. Upright piano. It really does sound a lot like an upright piano. It sounds kind of clankier in a way, but it sounds a lot different. Okay, so that was upright piano. Now you've got mellow upright, which sounds the same but nice and mellower. Bright upright. Rock piano. That's part of a song called, and I can't remember if I played these earlier because this is a separate recording I'm doing now, so some of this stuff I can't remember if I showed you earlier. It's called Jazz in Java. I can't remember if I told you, but anyway, since I'm on rocky piano, I'll show you this. That wasn't the whole thing. Okay, so then the next one's ragtime piano, which I think is also called honky tonk, I'm not sure. I'm actually going to play a ragtime song that I have here just so you can, that way you get the idea of what it sounds like on a real one. Okay, here you go. So now you get an idea of it. Okay. So then, after that you've got magical piano, which sounds pretty nice. Okay, so after that you've got harpsichord. There's actually harpsichord 1 and 2, or not 1 and 2, but this is the first harpsichord setting. Never remember how that one goes. But anyway, get an idea of what it sounds like. Now I'm going to do the next one, which is harp C, which must be harpsichord 8+4. I don't know why it's called that. This one I think sounds a little bit sharper. So here's the difference. This is the first one. Here's the second one. A little louder and like sharper, like I said, and it's just a little more clear and stuff. Okay, so that's all the piano settings. So I'll put it back to concert piano. And now I'm going to go on and do electric piano. So your first one is called 1976 Suitcase, which I guess a suitcase is a type of keyboard that was sounded just like this, and this is a 1976 style of it. So here it is. This is one of my favorite settings on here. I'll show you how jazz and Java sounds. I'm actually going to do the whole song here. Yeah, so that's a really nice tone for that. Okay, so then this is called Whirly 200. I'll put this one away quick. Here's Whirly 200. So this is more of like a bass sound, but it's like compared to the last one, but it's more like more deeper and kind of like there's more bass add to it or something. It's cool how it vibrates like that. Listen to this. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that before. Okay, so the next one is called Phase EP Mix. This has a nice, peaceful, quiet sound. Okay, and then after that, 80s FM EP, which is kind of like the last one. Doesn't have much of a sustain, it's really strange. Okay, so then I think this is called clavinova. It says CLAV, which I would assume that's what it stands for. Let's see how this is. Actually, this would sound good with this this song called Peace Country Hoedown. I can't remember how it goes. Anyway, I'll pull out the book. I think I actually played this one with this before because I knew this kind of would fit that kind of style of music. Let's see where it is here. There you go. Okay. Guess I wasn't supposed to finish that one. Okay. I had a feeling that was going to close up like that. Okay. Next one's vibraphone. Okay, Celestia, I think is how you say it. Celesta. Nice deep sounds. It's really cool. Okay, this is called B organ slow, which there's no B organ fast. I don't know why it's called slow. Okay, here we go. Actually, when I go like this, that's actually not something I made up. It's from a horror show, and it was a series. That's the theme song to it. Okay, so this is called combo jazz organ. Is this the right key? Yes, it is. Okay. Some of these sound. I keep forgetting they're called tones. Some of these tones are really loud, and you have to turn the volume down a lot. Okay, ballad organ. Ooh. Gospel spin. The next one's called full stops. Mellow bars. You can barely hear those low keys. Was that? Yeah, that was mellow bars. Okay, next one is lower organ. Another one that has some cool rattling sounds in there. Okay, light organ, which I think is too light. I think it's pretty loud. Well, I guess it is light. Okay, then we got pipe organ. Then we got a little spider there. This is, I think it says Nason, so Nason, I guess, and FLT8. So Nason FLT8, whatever that is. Okay, and then you got church organ. There's actually 1 and 2, so here's the first church organ. And then church organ 2, which is really nice. Super loud and full sounding, it's really cool. So that's another one of my favorites. Okay, and then the very last one of electric piano is accordion. Okay, now we're on to the third tone, which is other. We'll see how long this is going. Okay, 21 minutes. Okay, so the first one of other is epic strings. I'm going to turn this up. So the first 8 here of other are orchestra sounding ones. Then you've got rich strings. That one takes longer to start, but it has more, when you press the key, it takes a little longer. It has more of an echo, and it's nice and it's much smoother sounding. Okay, symphonic strings 1 and 2. This is number 1. Symphonic strings 2. And then this is another one of my favorites. This is called orchestra. I'm going to play a little song here that I made up a while ago. Just filling up the ambiance there. Okay, so then after that we have a string trio, which this is pretty cool. So that's actually a song for a specific character. That's a show called Alias. I didn't make that one up. Okay, so this is called harpiness. I love how much this one echoes. Watch this. If I put the ambiance all the way up, listen to this. You can hear it 3 times. Okay, then orchestra brass. I think this is what this is. BRS, whatever that means. Yeah, E1. Okay. Yeah, brass horns. Okay, super sin pad SI1 or SIN. Okay, here we go. It's kind of a nice electronical sound. Oh, this is another cool echoey one. Watch this. I don't know if you heard if it picked that up, but you can still hear it a little bit after you press it. Okay, so then you got choir ahs 1 and 2, which means it sounds like a choir saying ah, like singing that. My other little Casio keyboard, which is actually right over there, it has a really nice choir ah sound. It really sounds a lot like people. This one you can't really tell, but if you really listen, it kind of sounds like it. And then you've got choir ahs 2. This is D50 stack pad. That has some really nice sounds. That would be a fun one to play around with one day. Okay, so this is called JPA strings. Oh, this one has a super nice echo. Watch this. If you put the ambiance all the way up here, watch this. I'm not even holding the pedal. I'm completely releasing it. Watch. That's how much it sustains. It's amazing. This is with no ambiance at all now. Nothing. It still sustains that much. That one's really cool. That's another one of my favorite ones. Okay, soft pad. Not that any of them are bad. They're all just unbelievable sounds. I can't believe it. Really soft. You can barely hear it. Okay, Selena, this is called. This is called Super Saw. This is called Trancey Synth. Oh, I accidentally did split there. I don't know what that did. Okay, yeah, Trancey Synth. Here we go. This is really funny. That's another fun one. Okay, flip pad. This has a cool echo one too. I have the ambiance all the way up here. So no matter how many times you hit the key, it gets echoed. So if I hit it once, it goes bum bum bum. Now if I do it 3 times, it goes bum 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 bum. So I guess it only goes up to 3, but that's just, it's super cool. Some of these I've only played like one time, so it's like it's still, this is all really cool. It's kind of new. Okay, so then you got jazz scat here, which is like someone like singing again. Oh yeah, it's people like a choir again. I guess how loud it goes, it changes it. This is awesome. Okay, I'll go back to jazz and Java again. That's super funny. Okay, so that was really cool. Okay, so the next one is called Compt J bass, which is it say? Can't even read it. I guess it's E2. Yeah. Okay. It has a nice deep sound. Nylon string guitar is F2. Then we've got steel string guitar. And then, yeah, that was steel strings here. Acoustic bass is G2. And then the very last one is A dot bass. I don't know why. Oh, maybe acoustic. Probably acoustic bass and a cymbal, which is, yeah, G sharp too. You can hear the cymbal in there. That's it. So that's all the sounds. So what I wanted to do is one thing I can get to show you is if you do different, if there's if you have two different sounds that are in different tones, so like you can't do the same, and like you can't do two piano sounds, but you can do two sounds mixed together. So right now I can do piano, and then I can do also jazz scat, which is D sharp 2 of other. And if I just click both the buttons, you can see both of these lights are on. And now listen to this. And then I can put, I'm going to put string trio here. Yeah. I'll try church organ. like that. And then I'll try clavinova here. Oh, wrong one, I didn't have piano on. So that was church organ and piano mix. So then you can see there how you can mix the two. So I guess that's it. I'll try piano and choir as F sharp 1. There you go. Okay, so that's all this. There's probably a couple more things that go along with the piano, but that's the basic stuff. So there it is right there. Setting off.